guys, BradM73 here. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 17. Back at Estancia La Pacho. And I discovered something the other day as I was doing some setup stuff on my on my game files. I realized that my version of the Platinum Edition was not up to date. Now, I'm kind of going back, you know, what is it now, 8 or 9 months to when Platinum Edition was released, and I realized that Giants didn't give me a Steam key. They actually gave me like the direct download. And so even though Steam was updating all of my the DLCs in the main game, Platinum Edition was not. And so I come out here today, well, actually I downloaded and installed the manual version, and I realized that, oh my gosh, this little tree actually popped up to the surface. So we're gonna get on here and we're gonna try to grind this thing into oblivion. And it's gone! Oh my gosh. I'm so happy now. Though we do have some more stuff we've got to do here. Okay, I can officially speed up time. We're going to speed up time here, but I want to grind all this stuff away too while I'm out here. We got to cut down this tree. Let's go ahead and just do that right now. And that way we can grind the stump here before it gets too dark. Okay, that stump appears to be gone. And then we've got some more bushes and stuff that we should probably get rid of around here too. Ah! Okay. Okay, and I think there's like one more. Oh, I think there's a stump way over there too that we've got to get rid of. Okay. Is there anything over here I can grind away? Yep. Turn on the tractor lights. It's gonna get dark. So yeah, I must have just not realized that the update had come out, and so finally I've got the got everything I need or needed to do. Yep. So we've got even more that have kind of popped up to the surface here. I'm just gonna go ahead and grind these two. Oh, wrong way. And then I really hope I remembered to... Okay, so growing... Soil comp is all good. Oh, I've got to... Let's see, what's over here? Oh no! I have to slow down time now. I have to actually take... Let me see here. Let me make sure. Garage... Should be 2 of these, like one that I own. And one that I don't. There's those 2. I'm pretty sure that this one is the one that I don't own. So we're just going to drive this back. I want to get it back before midnight because I think that's when you have to pay the thousands of dollars in rental fees. I've got $495,000 right now, which I'm trying to remember, because what actually happened is after the last episode, I apparently forgot to save the game. And I went back through everything and basically redid everything, sold all my soybeans just like I did before, and then I also did some of the some of the missions, harvesting some fields or something like that, and somehow I came out with a little bit more money. I don't think I had quite 495,000 before. I want to say I had like 470. I don't remember. You guys would have to go back and look from the end of the last episode, but yeah, something weird happened there. I don't know why I didn't save the game. I thought I saved the game, but apparently I didn't. So anyways, went back, got all that done, and so we are where we are right now. However, I kind of have a slightly different strategy in mind right now, and that is to sell my current combine and buy the New Holland. I think it's the 1090, the really big one. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then the next thing we're definitely going to invest in is a much larger tractor. Drop that off, jump out really quick, and return it. Yep, that's the one that we needed to return. Okay. Now let's go ahead and fast forward time. Yay, and everything's growing. Aha. Kind of wondering if I should chop that tree down too. I don't know. Now there is a stump in here somewhere. I think that black spot right there is it. Yep. Somewhere. Where is it? So apparently this one... Oh, did it go? Did it just disappear? Nice. Okay. So hopefully we won't have any more problems with the hired workers doing their little jobs and whatnot. All right, so let's take this back. I'm going to grab our harvester, and I think we're going to take that back and we're going to sell it. We're going to sell it, and we're going to get probably a few $100,000 for it. Guess we'll just go out this way. And we'll do this kind of the same thing. A lot of you guys are also going to be asking, like, hey, Brad, have you heard any new Farming Simulator 19 news? There hasn't really been too much, though, and I know that I've been saying that, you know, like, part of me expects Seasons to be in the game. Recently, I've heard that Seasons will not be in the game as a rumor, but I haven't heard it directly from Giants. So, you know, maybe it's something that they're putting off until Farming Sim 21, or maybe it'll be out for Farming Sim 20, the mobile version. You know, we just don't know yet. It has not been confirmed to me by Giants, however, so probably after FarmCon, I'm going to address Giants with 19 more questions, and hopefully we'll get a lot of things answered at that point in time. So stay tuned for that. But I haven't really heard too much about FarmCon 18. I did ask for an itinerary this weekend, or for the weekend. And they basically said, we're not going to release anything, you know, so too bad, so sad. So I don't know if there are people out there who are attending FarmCon who've received their itineraries, but I guess unless you're registered for the event, they're not going to put anything out there. The other thing that I've heard from several different sources is weeds and weeding are actually going to be a thing in Farming Simulator 19. So even though we kind of have simulated weeds right now, because you can buy the weeders. Oh, that's good. I think we're harvesting wheat. Even though you can buy, actually, let me go. See where, got this guy out in the middle of the field. Good thing I don't have crop destruction turned on. Where am I going? Okay, here we go. Just kind of get him out of the way entirely. There we are. Now, where is my fertilizer spreader? That's the other thing I wanted to... Fertilizer spreader... Up there? Oh, wait. I think I know where it is. I just need to do the last little fertilizing bit on fields 1 and 2. I think it's over here, maybe. Because I remember using it over here before. Though I am not seeing it. I hope that maybe the patch made it disappear or something. Where's my fertilizer spreader? I have one of these guys. Doesn't say I own one. Uh-oh. Did I maybe load it? No, well, obviously it's there if it's a mod. I wonder if upgrading broke this. Oh no. Well, that sucks. Ugh. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go without then for right now. All right, let's transition back over to the harvester, and we're going to sell this, and we're just going to upgrade to the biggest harvester, because that's really going to take a lot less time to harvest. Cut through the grass here. And we should be coming up soon on harvest time. So yeah, 25 feet. Okay. So we're gonna come over here. And 90, yeah, 14,000. So $430,000 there. Buy it outright. Then gotta go into the headers, and we're gonna get the big Superflex Draper 45 foot. So 25 foot to 45 foot, much larger. So there we've got our New Holland. We're still growing over here. Damaged it right out of the lot. So 492,000 for this bad boy. And hopefully any second it's going to transition over, because pretty much been 24 hours in game time since we started the video. And I haven't even been keeping track of time at all, so yay for me. Come on. Now I think I'm going to be able to... Actually, I can probably pull off right here. And we'll just get ready with this field. Yeah, okay, so let's slow down time. And aha, there we go. All right, so we'll fold the, yeah, we're gonna get everything unfolded. Everything started here. And we will get off to harvesting. All right. So now, let's see, what do we have in storage? Let's look. So yeah, all of our soybeans are gone. All of our wheat's gone. Do we, we still have the great demand for wheat. Does not look like we do. Shoot. Okay. We're gonna want to get started. Oh, and I think, did I already do, I think I already did the, did we already do the plowing? I want to say we did plowing last time, didn't we? This obviously doesn't need plowing over here, so, uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oh, all the sunflowers are wilted or withered. And look how fast this thing's going to be going. Okay, so while we're waiting there, let's go ahead and take this guy down. We're going to fill him up with seed and everything. Everything we need to get started. And hopefully, you know, we're going to be able to start branching out into more crops now, because we've basically just been doing soybeans, and we haven't really been doing many other crops. One of the reasons why is it's easy, and you make a decent amount of money on it, and you get quite a bit of it. People always ask, what's the best crop to harvest, and I'd say starting off, definitely soybeans. So I think okay. So yeah, with respect to FarmCon 2018, I'm hoping that we get a ton of new information about Farming Simulator. During, maybe not during, but at least afterwards. One thing I'm really curious to get more information about is the new weather system, like the new. Is it going to rain? Are we going to have rain on different areas of the map depending on how the 3D clouds are? Just stuff like that. I'm really interested to learn a lot more about. %. Let's go back to the semi. Okay. Probably have like 7,000 or 8,000 liters here, I think, maybe. Oh, 8,500. And still pumping. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get this guy started in seeding, I think. Or no. We've got to do... Oh, man, I do have to buy the fertilizer spreader, darn it. Wonder what... Like, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand what happened to this. Yeah, I don't have any of them. Very, very, very strange. That sucks too, because I think I just filled it up. And it's not cheap to fill this sucker up. All right, let's get about, let's see, 1. probably going to be enough. Okay. So now we'll just go out, we'll kind of lay down some fertilization tracks and get our seeder started. Probably about right here, I guess. Yep. Okay, he's got soybeans. Let's plant some soybeans. You didn't have to back up. Yeah, that was unnecessary. Okay, so once he's done with this row, we're going to just stop with him, and we'll get ready to offload more soybeans. Whoops. Look at that. We've already got more than half the field harvested. Yeah, this new harvester is going to make a huge difference. Huge difference. Also, another thing I wanted to mention before I forget is do not forget to get your questions in for, about Farming Simulator 19. If there's something that you guys want to ask Giant Software that I haven't covered yet, be sure to get your questions in before the 15th of July 2018, and I will try to compile all the questions, and all of the best ones will get sent in. So yeah, do not forget to do that. Okay. Let's see, what are soybean prices like? Now they're down, but they're going up, so that's good. Okay. Darn, it's really too bad that we missed that great demand on wheat. That would have been very nice. Okay. Whoops. Ah! I kept hitting the E button. Trying to hit the D button to turn right, and I was hitting E and jumping out. Okay, so we're just going to take him up. We're going to just get him ready to come back down the field, I guess. Not after this pass, but soon. Man, this is going so fast, I almost want to buy 2 of these. Let's go ahead and run another row of fertilizer. No birdie is blocked by the object. Okay. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, see, he could do the whole rest of this field like no problem. Okay, let's see. I need to find this guy. Yep. We need to go pick up that tree. And I might even chop down that other tree that I was talking about earlier. So we might not... Actually, I don't think I need to, because the combine would have gotten, you know, hung up on it, I think, if it was a problem. But yeah, going back to weeds, in Farming Simulator 19, apparently there will actually be weeds that you'll actually see. I'm sure they'll probably be represented on the map in some way. And, you know, you're actually going to be required to go and, you know, buy like a herbicide to remove those weeds. And it's essentially going to act like another, you know, fertilization step. Probably, you know, similar to how it works right now, but just, you know, we're going to have an actual graphical representation of the weeds. So that's pretty cool. Bring it in, bring it in. Several people have asked about logging. You know, what logging brands. They actually haven't mentioned anything about logging, other than I believe it is supposed to be in the game. Though I can't actually cite, whoops. I can't actually cite an example of when they've even mentioned it. So, I don't know. I guess it'll be in the game. I would imagine that it would be, given that, you know, it's been in the game for the last 2 years, or 2 versions, 4 years. Well, 3 and a little bit, 3 years and 8 months or whatever since Farming Sim 15 came out. So I've actually talked with some people recently about how they get discouraged about playing Farming Simulator. Like they can't make money or they don't know what they're doing. The best thing I can really tell you to do is kind of just follow along with me in my different series. And if you emulate what I do and how I do things to make money, you'll kind of realize that okay, there's different things that are going to work to make you money in the game. So, if you're still having problems, maybe go back and review some of my older videos so that you can kind of, get the gist of what's going on. Because it's really, once you figure, things out, it's really not difficult to make money in the game. Maybe it seems like it is because I'm always like a week or two between episodes. Seems like right now, but yeah, it's really not too bad. If you're playing with yourself or by yourself, or with friends, it always helps to maybe get into a multiplayer game, especially with people that know the game and can help you out and kind of teach you. Okay, first you need to do this. First you need to do this. The biggest thing, though, that I think people overlook to make money, and actually to double their money, is actually doing the fertilization steps. So just as an example, the reason why I started that fertilizer off first is here you can see Helper L, and that's the combine that is going up the field there. Now Helper D is that's the seeder that's coming behind. Now this light blue band of fertilization, you can see where it says fertilized, that is the fertilization spreader, that big, the horse spreader that we got. So the lightest blue is the first layer, the medium blue here is the second level, and the third layer, which is this dark color, that's the third level. That's going to give you the most money. Uh-oh, Helper is blocked. Oh. The third level is going to essentially give you a 100% increase in the amount of crop yield you get, or how much crop. So like, let's say you get 20,000 soybeans on a field with doing absolutely no fertilizing whatsoever. By doing all 3 steps of the fertilization, you'll go from 20,000 to 40,000, just as an example. So that's essentially doubling the amount of crop that you're getting, which is huge. Lots of money. Uh-oh, almost full here. Won't start yet, buddy. There you go. Now you can start. Uh-oh, don't run into my... Okay, what's going on here? Wow. You gonna hit the fence? We got a little bit left over, but hey, that was pretty good. Yeah, we just need bigger tractors to help pull the, pull these seeders faster, because they can go way faster than 6 miles per hour. Alright, let's fire you really quick. Ah, darn it. So far we've had no problems with the seeders, now that, you know, I've been able to clear the field properly. So I guess it was just the fact that I hadn't updated my my version of farming, or the, you know, the expansion to the correct version. So okay, let's go up here. Get started. Let's go ahead and fill up the rest of this, or offload the rest of this soybean. So we're probably going to get, you know, maybe 50,000 soybean. Unfortunately, you know, I messed up and I put wheat on the other field. I actually could have corrected that because I forgot to save my game and I had to go back and replant everything anyway. But I wanted to be true to my mistake, and so I replanted wheat, and all that is going, you know, as expected, I guess. Okay, that's all ready. Yeah. Thing. All right. We're going to go down. We're just going to do this little lane real quick. I'm going to head up to field 1 and 2, and we're going to do that little bottom strip. I'm pretty sure I can still fertilize that. If not, I can't, but I'm pretty sure you can. Okay, wait a second. There we go. Okay. So I hope this is going to work. I think it will. And yep, it's working. Okay. Whoops. I think we have to do it manually, which is no problem. Yeah, I think once the crops are grown, you actually have to go over and see how this part of the field doesn't have the third step. It's in this middle phase, and this over here does. That's because I messed up when I originally laid down the fertilizer, and so we kind of missed out on that extra step. Now on field, like our custom field and field in, you know, all these other fields, I will have to come back and fertilize again after the first growth stage. Or really any time after that, but generally after the first growth stage is definitely the easiest one to do, because you know, everything is growing. You can kind of see where the fertilizer's laying down because the crops aren't grown up over the dirt yet, and it's just way easier to see. Got our seeder out there doing his job. I think I'm just going to take this guy up to the northeast corner, field number 3, just to kind of get him in the starting lane here. We're doing all the fertilization. Probably right about here. Yep. Yeah. So I'll just leave him sit for a while. And now he's got to wait for everybody to get done. Now, okay, is the okay, so this is ready to harvest too. Oh, great. I cannot remember. Whoops. I cannot remember. Do I need another truck for this? I do. What to do? What to... Looks like the cheapest truck I can buy is the Lizard. Don't really have enough money for that. And because of the way the sugarcane harvester works, we pretty much have to have... Let's see, how much is in here? 50%, okay. So what I can do is I can go offload this, let's see, my truck. Yeah, we'll come up here, and then we'll offload as the combine goes down the field, and we'll just drop the trailer there. But let's go ahead and get this guy in position. Oh, we're gonna have so much work to do. We just kind of have to pull up here. That's pretty much him ready to go. I don't look at the inside of the vehicles too terribly often. A lot of people have asked whether or not Farming Simulator 19 is going to have VR support. I've been told multiple times that no, it's not going to. But I would imagine by 22 they would almost have to implement that, because I think a lot of people, not the majority, but I mean there are a lot of people that really want to play Farming Simulator in virtual reality. Me being one of them, I think that would be huge. That would be a lot of fun. This should put us up over 40,000 soybean in here. We just need a soybean grade demand, that's all. He's going to be done seeding over there fairly soon. Okay, 46,000. Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we're just going to drive off into this open field over here, and we're going to drop the, we're going to drop this trailer off. Right about here should be good. You know what? I don't think I ever noticed the drive shaft turning in the back of the truck. You see that? It's pretty cool. I might have noticed it before, but just don't remember. We'll back this up. That's why I bought this truck. I bought it, you know, and made it the same color as the trailer, so that this would be the truck that was going to be only for, you know, doing the, he's going to be done here in a moment. What's going on here? Uh-oh, no. Gotta put a stop to him really quick. All right. And we are harvesting some sugarcane. Again, you got to be really careful about what your distance is from the sugarcane harvester here. Otherwise, it likes to get hung up. I've tried doing this with courseplay. Other people have said, you know, oh no, it works great with courseplay. That hasn't been my case, so if you guys are using this exact same equipment with courseplay, hit me up on my Discord. You know, maybe give me some screenshots of your courseplay settings for your truck and trailer, because I was not able to get it to work. Helper D has completed the task. That is this guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and just do another pass. Helper R is blocked by an object. That's going to be me. See, that was like one of the problems I kept having, was the sugarcane harvester here kept getting blocked by the truck, and then it wouldn't work properly. Then I can't remember if I made a courseplay route to offload the sugarcane. I think I did. We'll have to test and see, I guess. see, let's move you in just a little bit. So I'd imagine most of this sugarcane harvesting I'll probably be doing off-screen. We also have to check to see if plowing needs to be done, because it might actually need to be plowed. And this might be, I think this is my second sugarcane harvest, if I'm not mistaken. Oh gosh. Look at the, yeah, we can't really tell. Well, let's see. Growth, fruit types, and fertilized. Well, it's not red. I don't see any red bands showing up, so looks like we're good. Okay. Before I get started, I want to check my seeder to make sure that he does the right thing here. Because on these vertical, on these slanted areas, they sometimes get confused. So I'm just going to drive him out. We're going to line him back up again. I hope one thing that they fix is like plants and stuff coming through vehicles, raining through buildings, and in Farming Simulator 19. I hope they finally fix that. That's probably the most annoying thing. Just little graphical things like that. When you don't see them, or when they might not mean a whole lot to you, but when you end up not seeing them, they end up adding a lot to the game that you're completely unconscious about. So, I don't know. I'm keeping my fingers crossed whether or not it will happen. And, uh-oh. Get done with this row. We're going to have to check the combine. I might just have to drive over there and offload it. I don't know. Back. 82,000. Oh, he'll be able to do that just fine. Okay. One thing that I would love for Farming Simulator to do would be to have workers that were intelligent enough to be able to offload. Like, it doesn't have to be like courseplay, but, be able to tell the worker, I want you to offload from this combine or whatever you're working with, and take the load to this place. That would be beyond amazing. From what I understand, that we're not going to get that, as much as I would love it. We are not. All right. Helper P has a full grain need to bring that up. Fire. Boy, I thought for sure he'd have enough to Make it. Oh my gosh. There's like $10,000 worth of damage. Okay, so while he's offloading, let's go ahead and get the fertilizer started here. This may top this trailer off, which would be good. I'm not going to complain. Let's go ahead and just finish this field up really quick before the fertilizer guy comes back. And then probably in the next episode, we'll go ahead and we'll do the next field over here and finish up the sugar cane. And then we'll do another sell-off. Hopefully by then we're going to have a lot of money. Whoops. Hopefully by then we'll have a lot of money that we can, you know, spend on expanding our fleet. I think one of the next pieces of equipment that I'm going to want to buy, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think in the last episode I said I was going to go with not the Case Puma. It was the CVX. Yeah, I think it was the Magnum CVX, because we can get this in a 435 horsepower. We can do the crawler tracks, but to save a little bit of money, we can go with like standard wheels or wheel weights or even wide tires. So I think I might go that option. Narrow twin wheels. I have not seen that tractor with narrow twin wheels or rear twin wheels. The rear twin wheels, I think, are the large twin wheels. So yeah, if you see like here, down here, you see like the narrow twin wheels. So it's like twin wheels, but they're essentially the same width as like a normal wheel, I think. And then the two big twin wheels. And then the rear twin wheels. Twin wheels is, I think, twin wheels front and back. And then the crawler track. So I think this is the next tractor we're going to go with. So we're going to need about 300 and something thousand. Right now, let's see what we have in finances. We have a $145,000 loan. Let's repay this down to 100,000. Well, 95,000 then. That's going to make sure. Let's see. We've got at least 200,000 there in loan if we need, and then well, minus 50,000. That's not bad. And whoops, did we top out this? Yes, we did. All right. So let's, before we leave, let's go ahead and decouple. And we'll just offload the rest of the combine here. Whoop. Here we are. 59,000. So we'll have over 60,000. Once the sell price gets up, you know, to normal levels, you know, we should be able to get around 100,000 for all of this, maybe a little bit less, unless we get a great demand or something. But you know, we're already planting more. Whoops, we're already planting new crops, so you know that's going to be huge. I think if we do, like I said, I think if we do one more big soybean harvest, we're going to be, you know, doing pretty good. And I don't know, I might try to do some canola. I haven't done canola in a really long time, and I kind of just want to see like what kind of yield we get. You know, I don't know if it's going to be super awesome or super fail or what, but yeah, I just kind of want to see what type of yields we're going to get. And I want to get another semi now, too. I guess we could always get the dolly to pull the trailer around, but backing up can be an issue with those, so... whoops, wrong button. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and drop this off up by the field, reposition the harvester. And then I think we'll be ready. Ready to start harvesting some wheat. Oh, and I need to make sure that I put my, let's see. Turn on yeah, enable straw swath. So we're gonna want to enable that. So I'm gonna leave this right here for right now. We'll come back in the next episode. We'll finish off the wheat, finish off all of the seeding. I'm actually going to let the seeder run for right now because it's better not to seed like half a field and then save your game and then come back later, because it'll actually put it into sometimes it'll put it into two different growth stages. So I don't want to do that right now, and I guess we'll continue on harvesting the sugar cane, like right here. So guys, thank you so much for watching, hanging out with me again, playing some Farming Simulator 17 Platinum Edition. As always, don't forget to like, share, leave a comment, and please subscribe for this and many more videos. I'm Brad M73, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.